Welcome! In front of me is an iPhone 11 Pro, and today I will show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that I can perform on this device. So we're going to begin with the one that is associated with the camera, and let's open up the camera, just continue. You have this white button right here, and there is now an option to basically record a video, do burst shots, or just a normal shot without actually going into, for instance, video or other options. So you can just, for instance, tap to take one photo, slide over to start recording, stop this, or slide to the left to start taking burst shots. And they're all automatically saved as well, as you can see it. So there's the video, and they all look basically still, considering they are on the phone is on the stand and it's not moving. So yeah, this is the first one. Now moving on, we're gonna go into swipe the bar for like recent apps, and let's say if I open up some kind of application, you will see that there's the black bar up here. Instead of swiping it up instead of quitting or opening up recent like you normally do, you can actually swipe it to the left or right to basically switch between apps. So I can switch between everything that I have opened. A nice little feature if you need to keep going between two different things. Now moving on, we're going to go into the control center. So once you pull it down, you normally have just a set amount of things that are visible here, but you can actually go into the settings and add additional features to it. So you can, for instance, easily access additional settings. Not now. And let's go into control center right here and customize, and you will find a list of additional things you can add here. So for instance, you could add something like a dark mode toggle, even though it's there anyway. And now if you tap on it, it will turn on to the dark mode. And now moving on, talking about dark mode, the other thing is, well, dark mode itself. So as you can see, you can basically enable it from here by tapping on it. Now, if you don't want to have a button that's taking over all the space right here and have additional things other than this, you can actually hold the brightness volume, and you will find another button right here for the dark mode, as you can see, and it also can be found in the settings themselves under the, where is it, display, I think. Let's see, I'm still in the, right there. So it should be display and brightness, and right here you have also the toggle. And as you can see, once you toggle it on, it changes basically everything to black. So any kind of background that was previously white now is just dark. Phone, messages, anything like that is now more dark. So let me just disable it. I think it just looks better white on the camera. And now moving on, we're gonna go into the power off the phone. So normally, or previously, you would hold the power key, and it would give you the option to slide to power off. Now this option has been a little bit more convolutedly hidden, and you need to hold also volume up and power key to access the same option, like this. Also gives you the emergency SOS, or you can also tap volume up, down, and hold power key, and then it gives you just the slide to power off. And I believe there is also a power off in the settings themselves if you don't feel like holding buttons or they don't work for some reason. And there were, I think, under the general right here, and you will have shutdown. So basically the same thing as the slide to power off. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the scrollable screenshot. So normally you take a screenshot, plain old boring one, by pressing volume up and power key, and boom, there's a screenshot where you can edit it, whatever. And you have nothing basically right here, it's just empty. Now if you go into something like Safari and you have some scrollable content, just get rid of this, and you do the same thing. And now let's tap on it, and there is actually option full page, and you can scroll through it, and it basically captures the entire page, and you can actually scroll through it as it says. So a fairly nice feature. Now, as I said, it seems to work only in Safari. I'm not really sure if it works with messages or stuff like that, considering I don't have any messages to test it with. So yeah, but other things, let's say like pictures or stuff like that. For instance, if I would go here and try to take a screenshot, you will see that it actually doesn't work here. Even though it's a scrollable content, you don't really have the option here. So it might vary between apps. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into lock notes, and what it will allow you to do is just more self-explanatory. When you go into the notes and you create a note, you can lock it so without a password no one can access it. So you could basically write some kind of confidential data in there, and it will only be accessible to you as long as you know the password. And we can just create one right now, just type whatever, and then you will have this right now share button right here between done and this little account or whatever it is, and you have the option to lock note right here, and gives you a pop-up where you get to create the password. Then you have to verify it and create a hint. So I'll just see if this will be enough. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so it seems to work, and there it is, it's locked. And now if I go out of it like this, and I think I need to close it or lock it somehow. Oh, there it is. So you basically lock it, and now you open the note and it's completely locked, and you have to tap on view note and then put in the password that you have set for it. It unlocks and then it can be viewed. So a nice little feature. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the feature that isn't necessarily being advertised anywhere, which is the screen recording. And to enable it, you would have to go into the settings and then control panel. So right here, and then customize and find screen recording right here. Tap on it to add it, and it will be now accessible in the control center right here. So if I leave this and enable this, you will get a countdown from 3, and in the left upper corner you will see that it's recording now. Basically the time has a red border around it, and now whatever I do will be recorded by the phone. So if I open any settings, close it, do whatever, it's being recorded. Now let's stop it, and if I tap on it to play it, you will see that everything I have done was being recorded. So there it is. That's about it. So you can record basically all kinds of stuff. I believe Netflix and stuff like that will be most likely locked, considering that's the same thing that is being done on Android. But I'm not necessarily sure, so you'd have to test it if you want to record stuff like that. Now, moving on, we're gonna go into the changing the quality of the video. So normally it comes, videos recording will be set to, I think, 1080p at 60. So let's actually go check it in the settings. And if you go to camera right here at basically the bottom, you have right here video recording, and it's 1080p at 30. Now you can change it to something more respectable. If you want to preserve space on your device, you would want to set it to 1080p 60. 60 is just going to be way more smooth than 30 and look overly generally better than anything that is at 30. And if you want to crank up the quality of it, you can always go for 4K 60. Now keep in mind that each time you upgrade the quality going down, you will also increase the file size of that video. So as you can see, there is a per minute overall size of the video that will be, and at 1080p 30 it was taking per minute about 60 megabytes out of, what is it, 250 gigabytes that this has. But if you would crank it up to 4K 60, it basically takes 400 megabytes instead of the 60 that was previously, so almost 10 times more. So keep that in mind, that if you crank up the quality, you will also be losing space on the device fairly quickly, unless you will be constantly backing it up. Okay, and moving to the last thing that I wanted to show is just the simple Hi Siri. And basically what it allows you to do, instead of pressing the button to launch Siri like you do like this, just not set it up right now, it doesn't really matter. You would go into the settings, and then let's go back to the main page, and you should find Siri and search, I think it's called, there it is. And from here, the first option, listen for Hey Siri. And once you tap on enable, it basically guides you to general functions of it. So let's tap on continue, and you have to activate it. You will say Hey Siri, and there it is. And then it shows you additional general like messages that you can give her. So Hey Siri, send a message. And this will, Hey Siri. Well, I guess I was talking for a little bit too long. So Hey Siri, send a message. There it is. And basically can set it up. Just give her basic tasks that she will just give you answers to and allow you to perform. So for instance, Hey Siri, what's the weather like today? Now it doesn't really give you anything unless she is completely set up. So Hey Siri, set a time for 3 minutes. And Hey Siri, play some music. Hopefully she doesn't play anything. Okay, so now done. And now you could say Hey Siri, and she basically gets activated. And also whatever you say, it's being automatically displayed right here till I guess she just kind of goes debilically disabled like she just did right now. So yeah, but you can basically activate it by simple commands and just give her just simple tasks to perform, and she'll launch, for instance, like Hey Siri, send a message.
Just a moment.
That's off-putting that I call Siri and I have some dude's voice.
I'm having some trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
So I guess it's not completely set up at the moment, so you would have to probably connect to iCloud and just set up an account. And yeah, but the gist of it is you can basically access Siri by just simply calling her out. And yeah, so that would finish up the list of the tricks and tweaks that I want to share. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.